What's going on, guys? So back with another live. Okay, it's been a while since I actually did a live stream. Okay, so yeah, pretty long since I once did a live stream. So I'm back after very long. So today wise, will be kind of a tricky day to trade. I would personally say because one thing is for sure is that during Asian session, okay, price did more than 30 pips. So knowing that like price during Asian session does more than 30 pips, okay, most of the time price will continue pushing towards the highs or it just ranges. Okay, so what I will be saying is we'll be looking for buys opportunities rather than sells, but of course if sell opportunity does come, it will be looked into as well. Okay, so let's look at the market. Okay, if we look at the 5 minute time, so yesterday I didn't do any live stream, but I did call out saying that how price was down, and I actually looked into reversing here. So it did reversed, as you can see, and price went shoot back up, sweeping this high right here. Okay, so price did sweep this high right here. Okay, so this could be either bullish or bearish. It really depends, I personally would say, because now we are swept in between two zones. So but I personally feel that, like I said, it's just a personal views. I am not trading based off personal views. I'm trading based off uh price action, I would personally will say. Okay, so in terms of price action wise, I would say price action is looking towards being bearish because price has swept the highs, okay, and price has swept the lows. So what does this tell us as traders here is it tells us pretty much that price will in a sense push towards the lows back in as I feel, looking retrace lower because of how price has already set the highs and price already set the low last night. So price will be in a range. Okay, yeah, so right now there's no point to take any trades, if in my personal opinion, or we won't be looking for any trades at the current moment until price actually gives us a nice trade to trade. Okay, so because the price is so bullish, as we know, that 30 pips, yes, okay, Asian session, even though it does make a 30 pip increase towards the high side, that doesn't always mean that price will continue to push towards the highs. It has just a higher probability that price will be continue pushing towards the highs, but it's not always, and it doesn't always happen. Okay, so do take note of that as well. For me, I would personally say that buy will be a much harder, due to the fact that because buy side has already swept tons of liquidity, okay, but there are tons of more liquidity towards the highs as well that we do not know. Okay, so then let's all for price action. So let's take a look at, okay, so for the daily time frame wise, price did inverse this daily time frame fair value gap over here, as you can see. However, price is now respecting this 1 day bullish fair value gap. So it doesn't really mean that price will continue push towards the low. unless price inverse these, and then you have a time frame, and then you have the effect or the probability of it going to the next bullish time frame. So price is respecting of this daily time frame as well, 4 hours bullish fair value gap as well. So it does sweep this low. What does this indicate to us is that price may or may not, if price is bearish here, okay, if price is bearish because it did break structure, as you can see, this was a broken microstructure shift, and then price just continue pushing towards the lows. Price has a higher chance to come push up towards the highs to make a pullback. So we are taking the chances of a pullback in this trade if you were to buy. Okay, that's for price action. That's purely for price action wise. Let's take a look at fundamentals. Okay, so today is actually CPI. So last week, in terms of jobs data, USD was actually neutral. It didn't really show us whether was there a slowdown in the economy or a massive drop in the economy. So what do I mean by that? Because as we know, currently right now, inflation in the US has decreased over the past few months and the past few months, which that was what the Fed wants. Okay, so that's what the Fed wants. Yeah, so that's what the Fed wants, and with it, they wanted to, because as we know that when Fed increase interest rates, right? Okay, it's very bad for the economy because the economy doesn't have money, or the borrowing power from the economy is very low, is very high. So people will very unlikely borrow money from the borrow money. Okay, and businesses will very unlikely grow as well. So when businesses very unlikely grow, what does it tell us? It doesn't hire people. So that makes the economy weak. So if you can see the link. So the reason why I say last week wasn't the best, it showed a mix of whether it wasn't a total drop as in the economy, a slowdown in the economy, or a big drop in the economy, because GDP was good, growth was good, NFP showed, even though last month it revised to 89,000 jobs, but this month was 142,000, so it was a huge increase, even though it didn't hit the target that it wanted to hit. Okay, so it didn't hit the target that it wanted to hit last month. So that was number one. Number two was unemployment claims actually came out positive. It didn't drop as much. Okay, as you can see during the past few months, if you go through the charts, is that unemployment claims was lower than expected by 1%, which is definitely good enough for the market to show that, hey, we are not exactly falling crazily down, which is good. So that's number one. Okay, so right now, what does this tell us? Okay, so if there isn't a sense to say that whether Euro USD is bullish or bearish, because right now the market is very choppy in terms of the USD. Like I said, because both, in a sense, doesn't really show whether is it dropping very highly or is it increasing. The economy, is it falling very strongly or slowly. So it's very mixed data that makes it very range bound. Okay, but what does this tell us? If the economy is slow, okay, so today's CPI news, if you were to trade, is going to be very important. Why is that very important? Because if the so right now, if you look at the Forex Factory, right? Okay, so Forex Factory is actually saying that right now the report is saying that they want it to hit a forecast of 2.5% to 2.9%. Okay, so 2.9, if inflation is above 2.5% or anything above 2.55%, that means that inflation has a problem. That makes dollar very strong because the Fed says that, hey, inflation is still hasn't dropped yet. It hasn't dropped yet, so we cannot decrease the interest rates yet. I mean, they will decrease, they will drop the interest rate as they have said already in September, but it most probably will be 25% or 0.25% instead of 50% as they instead of 50%. So what does that tell us? The stocks will fall, gold will fall, everything will start to fall except for dollar. Dollar strength will be up there. And then let's say, for example, if CPI would be below 2.5%, 2.4%, 2.3%, etc., etc., okay, what does this tell the Fed? It tells the Fed that, hey, inflation is dropping. We are not afraid of inflation anymore. And I'm not afraid of inflation, so what does that mean? I can decrease, I can start to drop, or I can start to ease interest rates to 50%. So I can start to increase my my interest rates to 50%. So it'll be like, oh, people will be great. Stocks will start to rise, start to fly. Okay, stocks will start to fly. Gold will start to rally, Euro USD will start to fly, dollar will fall. Okay, dollar will fall. Okay, it will start to fall. Dollar will start to fall, and then that's where market will start to fly in a sense. Okay, so right now today's CPI, if you are a trader, nobody's currently watching, but this is for me. Is that what I've learned over watching fundamentals? Okay, is that it is very, very important because it shows how inflation will be for us. Okay, inflation is going to be super, super important today because of how it will affect the Fed's interest rate cuts. Okay, currently right now I would say I'm looking for a long trade here. Okay, so I wouldn't mind taking a long trade here. Okay, so reason for me to take this long trade, I would personally say, okay, is that it's a very risky trade, guys. Please don't get me wrong here. It's a super, super risky trade here. Okay, so please take note. Okay, the reason my stops are going to be very, very tight. Okay, tight. Okay, so reason for me taking this trade here was pretty much that 2 minutes here. Okay, it broke out of this bearish fair value gap here, as you can see, along with this additional bearish fair value gap here. Okay, hold on guys. So currently right now, like I said, I'm in a trade. I'm in a trade right now. I'm actually going to move my stops to break even here. I'm moving my stops to break even, guys. and my take profit is actually towards the highs as well. So right now I'm already in break even. My trade is currently break even because reason very simple. Okay, so we do a quick analysis of this trade first on why did I take this trade. So right now the reason why I took this trade was 2-minute time frame here. Okay, so the reason why was that if you look at these 2 minutes, there was these two bearish fair value gap here. Okay, so there was these two bearish fair value gap here. Okay, so price actually came back down here. If we look at the higher time frame here, 5 minutes, there was this bullish fair value gap here. Okay, bullish fair value gaps here. So price respected that bullish fair value gap. Okay, along with a 3-minute bullish fair value gap here, and if you look at the 2 minutes, okay, same thing, 2 minutes bullish fair value gap. Not only that, so price actually swept this liquidity here. As you can see, price swept the liquidity, and then after that rejected off it. As you can see, so it swept this liquidity here, this quote-unquote low, because this was a market structure shift, even though this was also in a sense a liquidity sweep, but it did close. Okay, then once price inverse, so the moment price inverse this, as you can see, okay, it respected these 2 minutes bullish fair value gap, inverse this, the bearish fair value gap. Then I look at the 3-minute. Okay, 3-minute, there was this bearish fair value gap right here. Okay, there is this bearish fair value gap here. It closes above the bullish fair value gap. Along with that, okay, it closed above the bearish fair value gap. Okay, so it closed above this 3 minutes bullish fair value gap. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a trade because it closes above all the bullish bearish fair value gaps, inverse a lot. So I took the trade. So right now I'm already in break even. The trade is currently running. So where's my take profit? So the reason why I would say this is a very highly risky trade was because price was inside this. Okay, if we take a look, let's replay. Okay, so if we were not here, right, we were right here, there's this bearish 5 minutes fair value gap. So price was in fact inside that bearish 5 minutes fair value gap. So price could easily react off of that bearish fair value gap. Okay guys, don't get me wrong here guys. Okay, so if price were to inverse that 5 minutes bearish fair value gap there, right, you will easily it will easily reverse from there. You reverse from there as well. So right now is in a, as you can see, price is within this bearish 5 minutes fair value gap here. As you can see that it had respected a few times, that's why it came back down. That's why I break even right now. But why did I actually target this high was because, like I said, overall my bias is that okay, what my bias was that if usually if Euro USD makes a 30 pips and more above, it is pretty bullish. Okay, and we looking at the higher time frame, price is reacting off current very strong bullish reactions with very bullish fair value gaps as well. So hence I took a buy trade. Okay, very risky risky trade. Right now if you want, you could actually just take profit because right now price has set this high as well, and right now it's reacting off these 5 minutes very strongly, 5 minutes bearish fair value gap as well, and at the same time 3 minutes as well. So 2 minutes as well, very strong bearish fair value gap here. Okay, but like I said, the reason why I target that was the high. Okay, because if we look at market structure, okay, if we look at market structure, this is how market is like. Lower low, higher high, lower low, higher, not a higher high, a lower low, a higher low, a higher high. Now price is retracing, okay, and price now, if this was the higher low, price will make a continuous push towards the high side. As we know, that's how market structure moves. But you can play it safe. If you want to play safe, you can just take a profit right now, okay? Because price is reacting off bearish fair value gaps, and it hasn't inversed it yet. But for me, okay, I am not taking off my trade because I am pretty, not say confident, I'm not that confident, okay, I'm not confident in all my trades, but I'm just leaving this trade open. What I don't want to see is, okay, what I want to see is if price would inverse this 1 minute bullish fair value gap here, okay, if price does inverse and close below, okay, I will just stop out of my trade. I'm just close my position and I'm gonna call it a day. And I'm just gonna call it a day. So that will be my trade. But of course, like I said, you can just take profits right now. I'm risking it. Simple as that. So dollar is kind of weak, as you can see. So price has fallen and hasn't inversed yet this 1 minute bullish fair value gap here. Okay, it hasn't closed yet, so only once it closed then I'll take the trade off. But from what I'm seeing, its price is more or less looking to inverse it. So I'm still in my trade, guys, just saying. Yeah, I'm still in my trade. I haven't closed my positions. Definitely risky, guys, so if you want, you can, like I said, close your positions. Please do not hold like me. Take your profits, take your money and run away with it, okay? So don't be greedy like me right now. I am being greedy. So yeah, that's definitely me. If I lose this trade, I'll break even. It's on me, guys, okay? Excuse me. So one thing why I didn't take off my trade was that I like how there was this 2 minutes bullish fair value gap. I saw that there's reacting off this 5 minutes bullish fair value gap along with the 3 minutes bullish fair value gap. So I think even if I do get stopped up here at break even, I will be okay with it, okay? Because like I said, I have bullish bias towards this trade. I do have bullish bias towards this trade. Whether it does play out or not, I do not know. I'm not a fucking fortune teller, okay? So let's just wait and see how it goes. Of course, I'm hoping, but hope is a very strong word to use in terms of trading. I don't hope for anything. You know, if it plays out, it plays out, and good job. But if it doesn't play out, then it's too bad. So yeah, that's pretty much simple as that. But I'm going to close my positions pretty much soon here. Okay, so why do I want to close my position here? Like I said, I don't like how price is reacting off this bearish fair value gap here. If price was strong and it has a strong momentum push towards the high side, it will continue to push and rally towards the highs. That's all I'm saying, okay? That's how I have learned. So What I mean by that strong momentum push, if you see this bearish fair value gap here, okay, you can see how price just exploded through it. That's the momentum push that I sort of want to see as well. If I don't see it, then it's kind of sus, I guess you can say, is that it's very high probability that price was most probably uh, not pushed towards the highs, but I'm not taking that risk. I'm done for the day. I have closed my positions here, 9-7. So I close my positions like about here. Yeah, so I have closed my position. It's a nice 2.5. So it's a nice 1.64 R, which is $164. So the reason why I exit, I closed the position was how I didn't like how price reacted off this bearish fair value gap. It's just chopping around too much. If it wants to break, it should break immediately, but it just didn't. So I just didn't like it. Okay. Okay, now it's breaking. True. That's awesome. You might be saying, Chris, you're so stupid. You close your position so early. You basically got so many of your gains. What the fuck are you doing? Well, I've been burned plenty of. Oh, we just took profit here. Yeah, I'm very stupid, but hey, I'm fine with it because like I said, I burned plenty of times at how price could just easily reverse from here, and hey, I'm good, man. I'm just taking that 1.6 RR right there and then just calling it a day. I'm not greedy. I've learned plenty of times from my lessons that being greedy doesn't fucking help at all. Okay, so yeah, like I said, you could have you can have it there, no problem and stuff. Hey, it's fine. You do what you do. I do what I do. As a trader, we are different. Me and you are not the same. Okay, so yeah. Right now, what am I seeing here in these charts? I would personally say that price will continue pushing towards the high, sweeping this next high right here. Okay, if price will most probably sweep this high and then chop around for a bit, maybe pushing towards the high. So I don't know. It really depends. Because of how price action is, usually when Asian session makes a 30 pips highs, I tend not to predict a lot because it's just very hard to predict. Okay, I can show you guys. If let's say for example, like this was yesterday, okay, so this wasn't it. So I think a few days out. So Monday, as you can see, Monday did over 30 pips drop here during Asian session. Price just continued push lower, as you can see. Then after that, it started to chop around during New York session. So most of the time when the Asian session does drop during more than 30 pips, okay, most of the time New York session does range a bit more. Okay, so that is just what I found out most of the time. So let's take a look at this. I think this isn't. Yeah, so this isn't. Let me show you guys one more. Hopefully I can find it for you guys. I think this is it. Is it? Yeah, not really, but I guess this you can say. So usually most of the time, if it does more than 25 to 30 pips, okay, it does goes up or it continue pushing towards the lows. So as you can see from these, price went up and they started chopping around the whole time, even during New York session as well. So yeah, I wouldn't predict any of this market because when price makes 30 pips and more during Asian session is super hard to predict the market. Just like this, price drop and then it started to drop, and then after that New York session it just starts to range. Oh, as you can see, price swept the highs and then after that started to fall. Okay, so that was my take profit. So the highs was actually Asian highs at the same time the previous high of the market, and it started to fall. Sweep it and it started to fall. So that's why I say I don't like to predict the market. uh this in these situations is so super hard to predict. But yesterday my prediction was right. Okay, so it did came. I was predicting that how market will come back down here to this low. Yeah, I think I bought it here. I think I did. Oh, I did. I sold yesterday. I'm so sorry, I forgot. So I sold yesterday. I sold to this low here, which I took profits here. And then I was saying that how market will continue pushing towards these lows, which was this low right here, and then it did sweep, and then after it just chopped during the night, and then after that it just reversed completely during today's Asian session. Okay, so that's why I had a strong confluence towards the high side because of that sweep. That you know how, as we know, price doesn't sweep lows and then sweep the low again. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, uh, like I said, if we look at market structure goes up and then it goes down and then it goes up again. It doesn't go up, down, sweep really up, down, all the way like that. If price were to do this, okay, then I mean it does do that. Okay, it does do this. It doesn't. I'm not saying that it doesn't do this, but it rarely does that. Okay, it just rarely does that in terms of market structure and stuff. I mean, if you look right now, if you look at this market, it's so obvious. This is how market shifts. Okay, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then after that, oh shit, sorry. And then now price broke this low here, as you can see. Okay, it broke this low. Price then after that make, okay, a higher, a lower high, and then broke this low here. Okay, so price will pull back up, making another high, lower high. Okay, so that's how, not say how market moves, but most of the time that's how it moves lah. Okay, of course you can, I may be wrong, okay, but that's how I learn from the market. So yeah, hope you learn a thing or two from this. Oh, look at this increase. We didn't even inverse this bearish fair value gap. It respected it, and then it just dropped. And it just swept the high, and then it respected it, and then it just continued to fall. So that's why I say, don't be greedy. You know, you could, even though like I said, 30 pips. Usually Asian session is 30 pips, is bullish, blah 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 blah, all that fucking shit. But never be greedy with your trade. Just take what you want. I don't have any goals or plans of how many pips I want to hit per day now. As long as I have some money, I'm gone. I'm out of the market. Boom. Bye bye everybody. See you later. Just gonna take the money, let the market do what they want to do. Okay. So yeah. How am I seeing this trade? Like I said, I really don't know. I think it's just gonna chop. Yeah, I think it's just gonna chop right now within these two. So this is a high, this is a higher low, this is high. This is not a higher low, guys. This is not a higher low because this did not break this higher high. So it's currently right now in this range, one here and here. Okay, so don't get it wrong, okay, guys. A lot of people saying that like how this is a higher low, you know, and stuff. That's what I made in my past. That's what I did as a mistake. Okay, so but why is this a mistake? Because this high didn't break. Okay, it didn't break, so that's why it's not a higher low. Right now price is still within a range of this high, and okay, so in this case here, okay, it's pretty tough. So some people say it might be here, some people say it might be here. Okay, to me I think it's here. This is the low. It really depends, because some people think that this is just complex structure, or it's just complex structure. It's not a really a good low to present. It is true, but it really depends on how you perceive it and stuff in terms of the market. Okay, to me I feel that it is a higher high, that's for sure. Oh, it's currently raining. Oh, be right back guys, I need to take my shirt first. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back guys, so sorry about that. Sorry about the background as well, because it's currently raining in SG. Okay, so I'll just end this quick. Okay, so I'll end this quick so that because the background noise is kind of annoying. So yeah, that's all for today. Like I said, I'm just gonna take this trade. Currently, right now, I'm up 3.7%. I think that's pretty good to me. You know, in 3 days. Actually, okay. So, how if you were to take this trade here, right? If you were me, okay. If I mean, what you could done is okay. Now, actually, no. I think this would be a nice step up. So, I mean, most of the time, also how you could have perceived this trade was actually no. I think this will be a good stop. So, yeah. So, I think overall, this will be the end of my video. Okay, I'm actually gonna create a video of how I took this trade and the reason why I took it on my YouTube to show you. Hopefully, some people will watch it. Hopefully not, but it's for me to learn as well, to show people, and hopefully someone can learn a thing or two from me, my videos. Okay, but it's mostly for myself to learn how I can prove to myself and people that I have rules to follow and stuff along that line. So ending the trading day week early, so just a nice within like what 1 hour 42 minutes, I hit a nice $100, 144 USD dollars. Hey, that's not that bad for me. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Peace.